internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, what I want?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What I want?
What a guan?
That I want pa.
What a guan?
What I want?
What a one! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m.
On CVM TV.
And that I want pa. What I want?
Let's delve deep into the issue.
Taxes due? Use your Sagicor Bank business credit card and earn unlimited rewards. The time by Sagicor Bank is...
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, opposition leader asks Dennis Gordon to step aside from PAC and shadow cabinet amid tax probe. Police officer in viral confrontation with elderly interdicted. Dad's week, younger fathers are aiming to balance the narrative. Curfew extended in St. Andrew South Police Division. In international news, Donald Trump renews a threat to unleash hell on Iran. And later on in sports, Cavaliers back in contention in National Premier League. Hello from Kingston, Jamaica. This is CVM News at 7 for Easter Sunday, April 5, 2026. I'm Curlin Brown. Thanks so much for joining us. We begin with a major development. Opposition leader Mark Golding has broken his silence in a decisive move amid mounting public pressure following the UHWI tax fraud scandal and calls for accountability within the People's National Party. Mr. Golding announced today Dennis Gordon, CEO of JACDEM and PNP Region 3 Chairman, will step aside from the Public Accounts Committee and the Shadow Cabinet, while stressing that no evidence suggests JACDEM broke the law. Golding says the move is necessary to uphold the party's leadership code of conduct and demonstrate integrity in public life. The controversy, comes against the backdrop of the Auditor General's damning report on maladministration at UHWI, which has fueled public distrust. Golding notes JACDEM's dialysis machines continue to provide life-saving services at reduced costs, but emphasizes the party must also show adherence to rigorous standards of accountability. In a statement, the leader says the PNP's Integrity Commission will now investigate the matter before any review of Gordon's future role. His remarks come as the opposition seeks to reinforce its commitment to probity at a time when Jamaica's governance standards are under intense scrutiny. A police officer allegedly caught on camera in a physical confrontation with an elderly man in Torrespen, St. Catherine, has been interdicted. In a statement Sunday, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, says it's aware the viral social media video depicting the incident. The JCF has assured the public the matter is being treated with the utmost urgency and seriousness. It adds the officer involved has been placed on interdiction pending the outcome of a thorough investigation by the Inspectorate and Professional Oversight Bureau, IPROBE. The JCF insists it does not condone any form of misconduct or abuse of authority by its members, and the actions portrayed in the video do not reflect the professional standards and core values upheld by the organization. It also assures updates will be provided as the investigation continues. Meanwhile, a preventable passing, that's how opposition spokesman on roads Richard Azan is describing the Good Friday tragedy in St. Thomas, in which an elderly man lost his life after falling through a gaping hole in the Easington Bridge. At the Easington Bridge. The opposition spokesman says the incident was heartbreaking and lays bare the deadly human cost of delayed repairs to what he deems Jamaica's crumbling infrastructure. In a statement on Friday, Mr. Azan says residents have been calling for intervention from Hurricane Melissa left the bridge compromised, but says their calls went unanswered. While expressing sympathy for the victim's family, he insists the government must stop issuing promises and start issuing work orders. Adamant every day of delay puts another life at risk. He says the tragedy has renewed urgent concerns over the government's accelerated bridge program, which has failed to deliver on critical repairs in St. Thomas. Meanwhile, Mr. Azan has called for a full parliamentary disclosure of all infrastructure spending since the hurricane and an immediate temporary crossing for Easington. Police in northern St. Catherine are teaming up with the church to strengthen crime-fighting efforts and build community support. Here is more from Kevin Black.
Commanding officer for the St. Catherine North Police Division, Senior Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, says the division is facing multiple crime challenges, including gang activities, but has been implementing strategic measures such as hotspot policing and anti-gang operations.
As a division, we have embarked on the following: public order and enforcement, that is managing our town centre like where you are now; controlling hotspots, that is occupying spaces that are prone to violence; anti-gang initiatives, relentless pursuit to capture and prosecute gang members. We aim to disrupt and to degrade gangs. Our community engagement, where we build sustainable partnerships with our citizens and have regular engagement with our stakeholders. And finally, capacity building and welfare, where we aim to equip our members to deal with the evolving criminal activities, as well as to garner the skills and expertise to respond to citizens' needs.
He also reported a decline in major crimes for 2025, crediting strategic policing and community partnerships.
Now for the year 2025, the St. Catherine North saw a 31.6% reduction in murders. This means at least 32 less families losing a family member to the hands of criminals. We had a 23% reduction in shootings. We had a 66% clear-up rate for murders. This is not just statistics. It means that you are twice more likely to be caught if you commit a murder than to get away with it. Last year, for the first quarter, St. Catherine North recorded 13 murders. And believe it or not, by the grace of God, since the start of the year for this quarter, we have only recorded 6 murders, which is a 50% decrease when compared to last year.
He explains the police values the role of the church in promoting moral guidance and stability in communities.
We, the police, we also believe in the power of prayer, and we also recognize the influence and the relevance of the church in the Jamaican society. With the efforts of our police, our stakeholders, and all in the year 2025, despite the numerous difficult tasks that we had in keeping the peace, maintaining law and order, and ensuring that law-abiding citizens are allowed to live, work, and do business and enjoy their peaceful environment, we managed to stick to that task.
Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
The 48-hour curfew imposed in sections of the St. Andrew South Police Division has been extended. The curfew, which began 6 p.m. on Saturday, April 4, will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Monday, April 6. Now, the boundaries of the curfew are as follows. East from the intersection of Chisholm Avenue and Maxfield Avenue, traveling southerly to East Avenue intersection at Marcus Garvey Drive. South from the coastline at Marcus Garvey Drive in the vicinity of East Avenue to the Doheny River. West from the Doheny River to Kingston Harbour, and north from Happy Grove to the intersection of Chisholm Avenue and Maxfield Avenue. Following the divisional boundary, the police are reminding that during the hours of the curfew, persons within the boundaries of the curfew are required to remain indoors unless otherwise authorized by the person in charge of enforcing the curfew. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says a larger focus will be placed on Drax Hall becoming an urban space with a more commercial appeal and ease of traffic. Speaking at the St. Anne Chamber of Commerce Award banquet on Sunday, Dr. Holness marks Drax Hall's development as a success story, while commenting on the fast pace in which the town in St. Anne, or may that the towns in St. Anne, are being developed.
But as it relates to Drax Hall and Miami Bay, we have a special plan already commissioned. So congestion is not just an inconvenience, it is a tax on productivity, and it falls directly on the business in this corridor. Feasibility studies are being completed for the North-South Highway Extension Project, 2 segments branching from a new grade separated interchange near Miami Bay, westward to Discovery Bay in St. Anne, and eastward to Tower Isle in St. Mary.
He says with the town growing much faster than the government can plan it, if it remains that way, it will eventually collapse on itself. And as a result, the government will have to step in with a much bigger plan. Titchfield High School is receiving national recognition as it celebrates a historic 240th anniversary. The milestone is being marked with a week of events in Portland, highlighting the school's legacy and community impact. Kevin Black reports.
Titchfield High School is celebrating a major milestone, marking 240 years since its founding, with a week of activities bringing together students, staff, and past students in Port Antonio, Portland. According to Principal Richard Thompson, the celebrations got underway with a 5K run walk and meet and greet, followed by a street parade through the town, drawing strong community support.
Today marks the 240th anniversary of the founding of Titchfield High School. The school has come together with past students to plan a week of activities commemorating this significant milestone. On Sunday, we started the week with a 5K run walk, as well as a meet and greet in the evening. And this morning, you would have seen us having a street parade, highlighting this historic milestone, sharing it with the town of Port Antonio.
A major highlight, Thompson says, is a proclamation from the Governor General declaring March 30th as Titchfield High School Day. A moment the principal says is a source of pride. Activities continue throughout the week, including career talks, a library opening supported by the school's South Florida alumni, and a gala event featuring Chief Justice Brian Sykes.
Now, for the rest of the week, come tomorrow, today and tomorrow, we'll be having career talks. Our alumni will be coming in, different colleges and universities coming in to talk to our students. This afternoon, we have the opening of the library, which was supported by the Titchfield High School South Florida chapter. And there are activities right throughout the week. This school has been doing exceptionally well. I can speak much about my tenure. I started in 2007 as principal, and we have won multiple trophies in different activities.
The week ends with a Thanksgiving service and a family fun day. The principal also urged the alumni to continue supporting the school.
The past students are integrally involved in the life of the school. Essentially, all the projects that we do, all the things we achieve, they're at the heart of it, they're at the center of it. In fact, this celebration was initiated by them.
Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
Health services in eastern Portland are being strengthened with the donation of 2 striker beds valued at about $5 million each. According to Member of Parliament for Portland Eastern, Isaac Buchanan, an additional 10 beds are expected for Port Antonio under a broader health initiative.
Penn Foundation through Colin Heron and Jermaine Murray. There are an additional 10 beds that's expected to be handed over to Port Antonio as well as a part of the HEAT initiative, that is health, education, agriculture and technology.
We're going back to St. Anne. St. Anne is projected to have several investment opportunities coming its way this summer. And not only the most anticipated concert, Reggae Sumfest, will be hosted there, but the government is eyeing the parish for an economic renaissance. Speaking at the St. Anne Chamber of Commerce Award Banquet recently, Member of Parliament for St. Anne North Eastern Matthew Samuda says through collaboration, the parish can attain economic transformation. Natasha Williams tells us more.
Due to its scenic combination of immense natural beauty, lush tropical flora, and varied landscape, St. Anne has been wearing the name the Garden Parish well while boosting the high tourism valley in Jamaica. Now, the parish is positioning itself to be a main investment hub in the island. Member of Parliament for North East St. Anne and Minister of Water, Environment and Climate Change, Matthew Samuda, says the lingering water issue will be their first investment project.
We know that for St. Anne to continue to grow, there has to be significant investment in our water distribution systems. Because despite the rivers that we have to be able to harness, process, store, and distribute the water that God has blessed us with.
Noting the damage caused by Hurricane Melissa and the issues impacting the mineral well for the past 3 years, Minister Samuda promised that Prime Minister Andrew Holness will bring an end to the water crisis in the area.
On May 7th, the Prime Minister will return to St. Anne to commission the Minard Wells 2.0, which will supply 30,000 people in St. Anne and bring to an end the issues that we've been experiencing in Brownstown.
Another primary issue the MP says he's ready to tackle is distribution to allow for easier flow of businesses.
we will invest over the next 3 years in excess of $1 billion in St. Ann in the distribution networks along our main thoroughfares.
He adds, St. Ann is not merely the geographic center, but the cultural center of the North Coast and the hope of many investors.
And it's not just because Bob Marley and Burning Spear were born here. It's because young investors have seen fit to bring their entertainment events to St. Ann. 11 of the top entertainment brands will stage events in St. Ann.
Noting the significant impacts these investments will also have on small business owners, Samuda urges primary and public sector business operators to work together to take advantage of the opportunities heading their way. Natasha Williams, CVM News.
Sugar Company of Jamaica Holdings Limited has submitted complaints to the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation about illegal occupation of land owned by the government. Well, CEO of the corporation, Kevin McIndoe, says they are prepared to escalate the situation.
We would have received a complaint from SCJ that there's a proliferation of illegal construction on their properties in communities such as Erie Castle, Winchester, Stokeshall, and Morant Estate. So our process of enforcement starts with serving notice, and some of these, if there's non-compliance, will end up being brought to the court.
Hours away from another Easter holiday, a flashback now to the heavy flooding reported in sections of the corporate area during the week. The question, did the wet environs dampen aspects of last-minute preparations? We will tell you the answer after this. Stay with us, please.
Local City and Guilds and ABE endorsed certificates and Distinction College. Start new online and face-to-face classes very soon in our Make Money Now career courses and get qualified jobs worldwide or start your own business in practical pediatric, geriatric, and psychiatric nursing, phlebotomy and pharmacy technician, early childhood education, childcare, cashiering, call center, event planning, receptionist, customer service, housekeeping, waitering, food preparation, bartending, cake baking, plumbing, motor vehicle, electrical installation, air conditioning, makeup, hairdressing, nail technician, and cosmetology. No subjects acquired, no age limit. Register this week and get City and Guilds Maths and English classes for free. Call us at 3564167.
Ready, tech, grow! Business is fast, easy, flexible, and costs less. Oh, entrepreneurs, let's go digital! The government of Jamaica and the European Union present Digital Jamaica Training Series. Learn how technology grows your business. Choose the right digital tools. Manage your staff, customers, and money digitally. Data security and privacy. Artificial intelligence. We'll be in every parish. Apply online. www.jbdc.net. Log on fast. Digital Jamaica. Powering connectivity for MSMEs.
Let the fire of the Holy Ghost fall upon you in this place. Praise God! Provide the fire. Turn up again. Is there anything too hard for the Lord? No. What am I? Can't you say? What am I? There's no one to turn to God. No. You provide the fire. I'll provide.
Welcome back. We are actually going to go to regional and international news at this time.
We begin with news in the region. 13 Venezuelan nationals, including 2 infants, were intercepted by the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard during routine maritime patrols on Friday. TTT Live reports.
In a statement, the Coast Guard reported that an unregistered and unmarked pirogue was intercepted off the south coast of Trinidad. The individuals found on board were subsequently handed over to the relevant authorities for official processing. The Coast Guard reaffirmed its continued commitment to conducting regular maritime patrols to safeguard national borders, noting its ongoing efforts to monitor and intercept illegal maritime activities while ensuring safety at sea.
In international news, President of the United States Donald Trump has renewed his threat to unleash hell on Iran if it continues to keep the Strait of Hormuz closed, stating the US will destroy the country's power plants' bridges. The Strait of Hormuz is a key trade artery through which around 20% of the world's oil passes. And since the beginning of the US-Israeli war with Iran, numerous ships have come under attack in the area. We hear more from the BBC News.
This is what Donald Trump has posted on Truth Social in the last hour or two. We've blanked out one expletive. He said Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one. In Iran, there will be nothing like it. Open the, and that's where the president uses an expletive, straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump.
Moving on to news in the Middle East. A residential building in the Israeli city of Haifa has partially collapsed after being hit by a projectile. Israeli authorities say 10 people have been wounded, with one in critical condition. They also fear more people could be trapped and say the entire structure could fully collapse. Al Jazeera tells us more.
And this is not the first time that Haifa has been struck. It has been sirens have sounded repeatedly throughout the day there from Iranian missiles, which also struck the industrial zone in Neot Hovav near Beersheba, the third time in about a week, and there were fires reported in that attack.
And that's it for regional and international news.
More to come. Stay with us.
Every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Let the fire of the Holy Ghost fall upon you in this place. Praise God. Provide the fire. Turn up again. Is there anything too hard for the Lord? No. What am I? Can't you say? What am I? Let's go to turn to God.
I'm winning 'cause I work so hard, and the music is up.